Broken tokens.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Elspeth Stormslayer. Straight from the Dragon Storm, she's brewing up tokens, doubling tokens, making tokens, and giving all of your creatures flying and +1/+1 counters. She also has a removal ability that can take out big threats your opponent plays. But for the most part, she's here to widen our board, making it so instead of getting 1 token, you get 2. Instead of 2, you get 4. And if you have Mondrak in play, you'll be doubling that doubling for even more tokens. This goes great with things that make tokens or double tokens, various anthems, things that buff up your board, and of course, anything that helps you go wide and be aggressive in white. In fact, with this Elspeth, you don't even need to focus that much on the token strategy because she is both the payoff and the enabler. Though in this case, I did want to brew mono white tokens, so this is a mono white token stack. You could build Elspeth as a control deck, but it's a lot more fun to go wide and take your opponent down with an army of ever regenerating tokens. So let's take Elspeth into the queue and see if we can go wide enough to take our opponents down. The Jolly Balloon Man. Jolly Balloon Man clones creatures, making them flying, but then pops them at the end of turn. This hand has awesome cards in it, and no white mana until turn 3 through Arcane Signet. Am I brave enough, girl, to keep this? I would love to actually get to cast Voice of Victory. But some of the things they'd be cloning are like Loran, which would break my Signet. I will simply draw a Plains. I said, I will simply draw a Plains. I'll get there. I'm a brave girl. Ooh, more tokens. Imagining Plains. Oh, I'm imagining one. Ah, that's a good card. They're gonna kill my Voice of Victory. Any second now. Any second now, I'll get a Plains. Just that good. I'm just that good. I'm gonna try to play Mondrak here. Mondrak can become indestructible if I have things to sacrifice. Mondrak is also able to double tokens. Very notable when I have things like Rabble-Rousing, Starnheim Unleashed, Adeline in hand. And hello, Jolly Balloon Man. Nothing to copy yet? Wait, really nothing to copy yet? Okay. A little frightening, actually, to see that happen. I'm going to play Elspeth to try to go for the double-double. They have Reprieve or Tithe mana up. It resolves. Let's make some tokens. Elspeth is going to double the token to make it into 2 tokens. And Mondrak is going to double that 2 tokens into 4 tokens. And now I'll swing in 4/4 because, well, Mondrak's done his job. Look at all those 1/1s, those sweet little 1/1s. Yeah, 1 equals 4 if you're very good at math. Or very bad at math? Guide of Souls. Ooh, that's nice. It'll be banking energy, gaining them life, and giving things flying. If I draw another Plains, you're going to lose your mind. My deck has a lot of Plains in it. It's the most common card in the deck. So they're making clones on clones on clones. The Jolly Blue Man's balloon copy of Guide of Souls is going to pop at the end of turn, but the other one is going to stick around. It was just a permanently made copy from Caretaker's Talent. Nice. Wonder if there's anything they can do off their last 3 mana here. Yeah, me do Mondrak math. I mean, right now I'm looking at Nykthos math. Because if I get another land, I can play Adeline first and then use Nykthos. And if I don't, I can play Skrelv's Hive first and then play Nykthos. Or I could just go for Rabble-Rousing. Okay. I don't need to cast spells. I mean, I would like to cast spells, but I don't need to cast spells. I can still activate Planeswalker abilities. What am I feeling? Flying? No, I want more tokens! Of course I want more tokens. I want to use Arc of Erazka to draw a card. I'll swing in with each of these. And I'm leaving up Mondrak's sacrifice ability. I could foretell. Yes, I could foretell, but generally in this deck, I actually don't want to be using Starnheim Unleashed as foretell, because you just don't need to. It's just 4 mana, and ideally, like, make 2 4/4s, because that's rad. I would say it's one of the more cuttable cards in this deck. But you could put in something like Divine Visitation to also just partner with Elspeth and be like, yeah, well, now my tokens I'm making instead of 1/1s are 4/4 angels. Dang, 5 mana enchantments are fun. You can put in Cathar's Crusade. There's so many choices. They are gaining so much life. Are they activating Caretaker's Talent? No, they're going for Skrelv instead. Caretaker's Talent would just give them a huge buff on their tokens. Nice 8. Are you gonna use that Guide of Souls? They can get 2 separate triggers here, and I kind of like them buffing the original Guide of Souls twice. Oh, that's totally what they're going for. Since they still have 4 mana up, a little surprised they haven't done that yet. Are you gonna do it now? Are you gonna do it now? Are you gonna do it now? What are you waiting for? What are you holding? I don't feel comfortable with the fact that they're not doing anything. Rabble-rousing. I want to go really, 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 really wide. Virtue of Loyalty. Loran. I kind of like Loran to bop the Caretaker's Talent. We swing in, and we make a very large number of 1/1s. I'll destroy the Caretaker's Talent before they can buff it. Is it Teferi's Protection? It's Felia! Aw, so you can blink things. Cloning and blinking. Also, good puppy. What a good puppy. They could make something unblockable since all of my blockers are white. Jolly Balloon Man can clone. They are 1 short of being able to use Flage. So Flage right now can't escape. They don't have enough cards in the graveyard. But they could always, like, I don't know, get me to block one of their things. That would work. But first, more life gain. And more life gain on top of that. And more life gain on top of that. They're blinking so they can make more clones. Genuinely, the thing I'm thinking about is using Dedicated Dollmaker to double my rabble-rousing. Since I have Mondrak in play. Oh, and now they can use Flage. Yeah, because that was a blink. Okay, so who do you hit? My face? Loran? Okay, bye, Loran. Okay, they're at 28 life. They can make a copy of Flage. The copy will immediately die, but they still get the bolt. Helix, whatever. Oh no, one of my many creatures. Who's getting flying? Is it the dog? Please be the dog. Please be the dog. Flying dog. They have 13 energy. Flying Felia. Flying Felia. She deserves to fly. The soldiers are all lining up to pet the dog, and the citizens are like the ones walking the dog. What the dog doing? Yeah, what is the dog doing? I could also, like, wipe the board if I get another mana. I'd rather not, though. I'd rather go for, clone the rabble rousing. Don't forget about this one. It goes away. Aww. I'm just gonna blink one of my tokens. If I clone Rabble, will Mondrak give me 3? It'll give me 2. If I had Elspeth out, it would make 4. They blink their commander. Would Elspeth 0 not kill? I don't think I have enough mana to play her, right? Yeah, I would need one more mana. It's the same thing as the board wipe. Would it kill, though? Actually, it might not. So I'd have 21, 22 attackers, each doing at minimum 2 damage. So yeah, as long as they have under 40 life, because 2 of them get blocked, I think it would be lethal, but I didn't get the mana for it. Let's see. Let's get dolled up. I want to see what I get. Dedicated doll maker. Exiling my rabble rousing to make 2 rabble rousings. That also increases my devotion here. Okay, Elspeth, the rest are all lands. Flowering of the White Tree, that'll do it. Because that will also give me a buff. You know what? Sure, throw out Adeline, too. And we're swinging in! Triggers happen! Also, a lot of creatures. Damn, Adeline! Why does your mom let you have 70 power? I'm sorry, 116 power. It's fine. So they have 4 blockers. We have a bunch of attackers, because there's 2 extra from Adeline. And even though they've gained quite a bit of life, the army of citizens swings in, our very own militia, and wins the game. GG. Roxan, Starfall, Savant. It's another Roxan, and she's gonna be throwing rocks and rocking our world. I have turn 2 Dollmaker's Shop, turn 3 Brimaz or Restoration, or if I want to try to ramp to get out Elspeth, that works too. While this cat gets ready to, I don't know, wind up her swinging arm and just eat a rock at me. Dollmaker's Shop. When I attack in, I will be getting additional tokens. They won't be attacking tokens, but they will still be tokens. And I'll play Brimaz, King of Ereskos, since he does not die to just Roxanne throwing a rock at him. It's a little bit. He's a little bit more resilient than that. And swinging in. He will make a token. Dollmaker's Shop will make a token. And I can play Mind Stone into the Restoration of Iganjo. This will put a plains in my hand. And since I already have just, like, lands in my hand, great. I can discard one and ramp next turn. So, Roxanne, you gonna start rocking my world? Oh, they want to do it twice as hard. I see. Well, I also know how to, in effect, double things. Let me actually just double check if Porcelain Gallery would be lethal here. I have 3 attackers. Actually, I have 4 attackers. There will be 5 total creatures. So no, it would be a little short. It would be 20 damage. Whereas I would need 21 to kill them. So I'm going to just keep going wide. Since Roxanne, yeah, she's kind of good with, like, the wide stuff. She takes out 1 thing, or in this case 2, because they're going to get 2 rocks. Brimaz may perish, but that's all right. They only had 1 red source, so, like, even if they had another haste enabler, they didn't get it. Restoration of Iganjo flips, and they're gonna flip too when I use Porcelain Gallery. I'll just buff these up. It doesn't matter which one I do because they're all lethal. And what a swing. Roxanne can't keep up with these tokens. GG. Narset Transcendent. Going to be kill spells, counter spells, board wipes, and other things that let you just accumulate value while you sit there with your Planeswalker who has an absurdly high loyalty. Seriously, she comes in at 6 and pluses to 7, takes some extra turns, and eventually win the game by demoralizing your opponent. I think I'm just allergic to that gameplay strategy. Woof. Okay, this is a very aggressive hand. I will keep this. And play Guide of Souls. Turns things into angels. You got turned into an angel, Elspeth. See, it's thematic. It's also a really good white aggro card. Two mana. 2 blue mana. Get him, Guide of Souls. Condemn. All right. Post-combat Luminarch Aspirant. Listen, I see 2 blue up, and I do not want to play into a mana drain because it would have let them get this Narset out too fast. So they Patriarch's Humiliation to this. It is just a 1/1 forever and ever now. It's not going to be growing. This is in the deck, by the way, because it's just such a good aggro piece. Wonder what you're looking at, Narset. Chrome Mox, you want to use it? Hold up a mana? Nope. Okay. Mind Stone. Playing this as a land, it can deal damage to Planeswalkers. But right now, I'm thinking much more about, like, making sure I have mana to play things and then play them again after their inevitable removal, because this is a Narset Transcendent deck. I've played against enough Narsets to know how nasty they can be. So they are killing the Narset that stops the draws, because I'm a white deck. I don't draw that many extra cards. I do have some card draw in the deck. It's just not something we're specializing in these colors. And she's going to find something else. She's clearly got choices because they're looking at multiple cards and thinking about it. Censor! Censor? All right. It's a lot less good if I know about it. But I imagine I still have other counter spells. So I'm going to play Myrrel, Shield of Argive. They're a human soldier that stops my opponent from doing stuff on my turn. You didn't play the Narset. So I know there's something you want to do. But I can pay the 1! Can't mana tithe me. Meticulous Archive, they surveil. What did you put in the graveyard? Flusterstorm. They cycled Censor to draw. Nice. Mural resolved. Now again, board wipes are real and they can hurt me, but most board wipes will at least tap them below the amount of mana they would need to, like, then counter my follow-up spells. They're fragmenting Mural. This is going to get me something that costs 3, 2, or 1. Hey, you know, Esper Sentinel, I'll take it. This is not going to be as good as Mural, but it would still be pretty nice. By the way, every time I've been fragmented reality in, like, the last few games, they'll hit, like, a 4 or 5 drop, and I'll always get a 1 drop out of it. And it makes me feel like I've done something wrong. They didn't have a counter spell before, because they would have used it if they had it. Pretty sure they would have, at least. So I'm going to... Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to try to land this Elspeth. Mousepeth, also pretty sweet. And just plus go wide. Okay, they're telling her to get lost. You pay the 1. Now I only get 1 token instead of 2. It's fine. Other Elspeth can make 3 tokens at a time. I got land. Neat. Yeah, they want to make sure that they keep removal for these planeswalkers. And we have, I think, 4 planeswalkers in the deck. Because they all produce tokens and kind of fit into this game plan. Do you pay the 1? They did not. Ooh, hey, Clarion Spirit. This is actually a card I've been considering cutting, but, like, it's cute enough that I wanted to keep it in the deck. They exile the Stifle. Okay. I'm going to cast Clarion Spirit. Make sure I'm tapping this. Into Shram's Expertise. That gets me a token. Into Caretaker's Talent. And I'll make a copy of Flying Spirit token. Draws me a card. You gonna settle my wreckage or something? You sure wanted 6 mana. There is a instant speed 6 mana board wipe. Oh wait, I wonder if this is the arena only. Yes, Soon's Intervention. I was like, the thing, it destroys an artifact and an enchantment and makes a couple blockers for them. It actually was Soon's Intervention. That's pretty cool. Also, I just noticed that the person we're playing against is Beatable Ben. We have played against Beatable Ben on this channel multiple times. And I'm not gonna lie, I think each time we have beat Beatable Ben. A Supreme Verdict. The board wipe has finally caught up. They haven't played Narset yet. I have enough mana to replay Elspeth, or I could play this Elspeth. I'm going to play this Elspeth, Sun's Champion. Make a couple little guys. Play Giver of Runes. They're gonna put the Giver of Runes in a hole. Giver, go down the hole. Hey, Elspeth, Sun's Champion, making 3 tokens is cool, but, like, what if she made 6 tokens? Dunno, just saying. What if she made 6 tokens? Flowering of the White Tree gets me the most damage this turn, but I know what I want. I didn't want you to get countered. Fine, I'll settle for 3 tokens. Boring.
For the innocent.
The reason I would consider attacking Narset there is because she's so easily able to take extra turns and get to her ultimate ability, which would stop me from casting my commander and the other cards in my hand. Oh, they got a board wipe. The Eternal Wanderer. The Eternal Wanderer, her -4 ability, would get rid of everything in play except for... Well, every creature in play, except for one of the 1/1s. They're thinking about it. They drew a different card. Right? But at least now the white tree's not gonna get countered. I love my cool funky anthem. They're going for card draw. Drawing 3 for 1 mana. A very ancestral recall of them. I'm waiting on your decision, Benjamin. It's Jace. Well, Jace is the place. They draw. They discard. Aw, you don't want to make one of my tokens unable to scream? They have that Misty Rainforest there. I will play Mutavault. Is it lethal here? 12... 16. It is not lethal to Flowering of the White Tree and do that. I have enough mana. You know what? But it might be if I get the map. Okay. I'm gonna try it. Cave of the Frost Dragon. They also have a fetch land, notably. Disallow. Okay. Gonna try to get either a counter or a land. Once again, plussing. I'm now at Elspeth ult. And I'm going to try to take out Narset here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I don't care about you, Jace. I'm set up for lethal next turn anyway, which forces them to wipe the board with Eternal Wanderer. Or another board wipe. It doesn't have to be her. But it's the one they have, which is why I think it's the one they'll use. Yeah, this Elspeth, Sun's Champion, has the creatures you control get +2/+2 in flying. So that's the ult. I also have the mana for this Elspeth, so I could put +1/+1 counters on all of the creatures, buff them to swing in for lethal. Those both work. The lethal line I had this turn was, if this had resolved and the map got a counter, I think I would have had exact lethal. So they're using Mystic Sanctuary to bring back Supreme Verdict, so they don't need to use this as a board wipe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I wonder if they're going to use Jace to try to find another counter spell, just so they can hold up something else. How many loyalty counters is she at? She's at 7. Sorry, I know my face is in the way. They're exiling a card, plotting it from their hand. Who did you plot? Split Up. Oh, a funky little 3-mana board wipe. That's cute. I will not alter here since it's not lethal.
I will lift up those around me.
I will bop him. I could have killed him using this and that. Don't you want to wipe the board again? I can make more tokens after. The Eternal Wanderer lands in play.
I've made it just in time.
I mean, you have this board wipe. I'd say you could destroy all untapped creatures. Yeah. Then make a little slammer eye. Not using Jace at all? I'm gonna draw and discard first. I see that demo field, though. I guess they really want that because I have the man lands. But I also have Castle Ardenvale. They have another board wipe banked if they need it. But only if she has 4 more loyalty. Yeah, I would like a basic land, thank you. I'm gonna use that basic land right away to Swords to Plowshares, the 2/2. Enjoy your 2 life. I know you don't have many other critters. Yay, Rachel! Yay, flying! I'm just gonna use the stuff I already have in play. I want to take this out. Take out a board wipe. Take out a planeswalker. Leave myself with 2 tokens to be made. Feels good to me. Feels good to me. Once again, beatable Ben. Beaten. Feather the Redeemed. Return spells to your hand if they were cast, resolved, and targeted just one of your own creatures. Or I guess targeted your creatures at all. I have removal and removal, a token, and a board wipe. That seems alright to me. Do you play a creature? No. Well, I can wait and jam out this little token on their turn. Ooh, Sunbillovers. They've got fixing. May I have a 2/2? Does it get blasted? It does not get blasted. Okay, I'll swing for 2. I have way too much removal in hand. Yeah, the fact that I have multiple cheap instant speed removal spells is going to be devastating, I feel, because Feather is very good at protecting herself. But she can't protect herself if, they ain't got any mana left. Hey, Voice of Victory! I got that spell in my deck, too. I'm considering using Stroke on Arcane Signet here. I think that's gonna be fine. I want to upset their mana a little bit, and I have to do it before this resolves. This is also in my deck, and I've been waiting to draw it because I really want to show it off in a game. I want them to double block. Okay. I'll just use this up here because I need to have things up on my turn. Boop. Oh, Starlit Storm, thank you so much for the 52-month resub. 52 praises for Scraps. I do love her. Oh, Giada. Buffs your angels. I got a tithe or anything like that. I'll run into it. What do you got? Reprieve? Tithe? Anything fun? Good old white interaction. Reprieve, so it goes back into my hand. And I'll still swing in with my 2/2 Vigilant Token. A fine token. A fine token indeed. Why are you looking at Fountain Port? Yeah, it makes tokens. Or eats tokens. It can do both. They got a free swing with Giada if they wanna. But they just haven't run Feather out. They know that I probably have some good removal, which makes sense. Also, good tricks. Elspeth's very strong planeswalker. Yes, she is. She is both the payoff, the enabler, a finisher, and removal. That's not even a both. That's an all. Here comes Feather, making sure to use Giada's mana for it, and they have 3 mana up. Feather comes in with an extra counter, so she's extra scary. I'm going to try to get the Elspeth down again. Fully understanding that she will probably just die here. But I want to build up my board a bit based on the other cards that I have. The Elder Dragon Hijinks just got posted. Hey guys, if you want to see my Better Baiter Butts deck, you should check it out. It's on Elder Dragon Hijinks and on the Worst Possible Commander Show. Why not have both? All right, what's the vibe? What spell you got? Hello? Even Interrupter. Oh, they're just gonna slow down the humiliation. Also makes my virtue cost more. Oh, rude. Okay, I guess I'll go for Paladin class. Paladin and a buff. Swing in with my 3/3 and a couple of 2/2s. Very cool. Down to 9. I still have 23 life because Elspeth absorbs some damage for me. But there are some life linking tricks they could have in their deck. They have not actually cast anything to trigger Feather yet. It kind of weirds me out, but all right. Yeah, I'm like looking for cantrips. They're targeting so many things. Why are you targeting so many things? They're fetching. Finding a plains. Two, 4, 6, 8. 8 damage coming in. Oh, Professor Olmsted, thank you for the sub. Thank you for the 58 months. Sheesh, that's a long time. It's been 58 years. You gonna, like, silence me or something? Orem's chant? You shan't chant. I don't know what's going on. And why would they wait until my turn where it costs more? Aurelia's Fury. Deals X damage, and they targeted one of their own creatures to get this trigger. Tap the creatures targeted this way. Players dealt damage this way can't cast non-creature spells this turn. All I have is non-creature spells. It's not entirely true. I also have buffins on that. But it's true enough. You are not Aurelia. You specifically kind of have a beef with Aurelia. They get Aurelia's Fury back. They have 8 damage there. And they can recast this. I'm wondering if they have lethal potentially here. They have 4 damage off that. Plus 9 here. So I think that's off by 1. But they can stop me from casting certain spells again. And since they're off by 1, they have to make sure they have blockers, so I can't kill them through just attacking. Again, I can't cast this at sorcery speed. They're doing the thing again. The damage is dealt. If I go to protect myself, I do not have lethal. So I'll swing in with the cave. And unfortunately, lose. I wasn't able to cast the spells that I had. Feather and even Interrupter swing in. And take me down. GG. Oh, Loud Derp, thank you. Also, I missed a vocab reading like an hour ago. I put this on my keyboard and forgot. Let me do it really quickly. Your vocabulary word is ephemeral. E-P-H-E-M-E-R-A-L. Meaning lasting a short time. The lives of mayflies seem ephemeral since their flies' average lifespan is a matter of hours. Synonyms include evanescent, fleeting, momentary, and transient. Grazelax, Illithid Scholar. This is going to be blue tempo. They need to play creatures to draw cards, since Grazelax draws when a creature hits, and then counter our other spells so they can stay ahead while keeping those little creatures in play. And some unblockable creatures will get you even more value. Since they're tapped out, I'm going to try to get this creature down. Okay, it's not technically a creature. It's this. Hangerback Walker, which is awesome. I think a lot of people recently came into possession of a Grazelax card because they printed him as Squidward. That was the Secret Lair card that got Squidward treatment. Because he's, I suppose, kind of squiddish. A little squiddly. Uh-oh, doing crime. I gotta take out one of these. I'm gonna take out Thieving Haven. Swinging for 1 so I can get my speed up. Yes, you'll usually hear me call him Gravlox because I'm just like, salmon. I'm always thinking about that salmon. Silent Hall Creeper. Getting all of these triggers, and then we'll become a copy of another creature. Okay, we'll go for Adeline. I could also try, like, Signet into Medallion here. I wasn't sure what they would have. It was that! Speed is now 3. Getting my speed up will buff my artifact creatures, which There's not that many, but there are a few, especially because a bunch of token makers make the soldier tokens that were in Brothers War, which are artifacts. Oh, he's flying. Oh, he's flying. He drew a card. And that got that. That's pretty sweet. Sweet for them, not for me. I guess I want to go wide. I'll use Shram's expertise. And I'll put Arcane Signet into play. I could either put a counter on this, or attack in, or do both. Yeah. Boop. I'm kind of sad they didn't put the Squidward art in Arena for him. Actually, not all of the cards from the SpongeBob Secret Lair are in Arena. Because the old, like, vanilla legend they gave to Patrick definitely isn't. But the rest are. Okay, they didn't play their commander. I'm down to 7 life. You see, you killed this Grazelax guy in the tutorial of Baldur's Gate 3. Is that the squiggler that you killed there? It was one of those little squiddly guys. What are they called? Illithids? Yeah, Illithid scholar. I see. Pearl Medallion. Elspeth. Vertify. I can block now, which is important, because they have a lot of attackers. It's a different one. Aww! They turned Elspeth into the moon! Oh, cool. Now I can trigger my Hangerback Walker. But I won't get double the tokens. Oh, everyone's coming in? All right, I will block here and here and here and here. Or will I what? Yeah, I think that's fine. There are some blue buffs. You can specifically turn creatures into different creatures. Huh. Kind of surprised they didn't go for the Hangerback Walker. It's until the end of next turn. Yeah, it's not until end of turn for the flying. Which is nuts, right? It's not just me thinking that. Sorry, just making sure it's, like, leaving my white mana here. Yup. Do it again! Is that lethal? Hold up. Yeah. It's exact lethal. Thanks, Intrepid Adversary. Thanks, Elspeth who lives in the moon. Sauron, the Dark Lord. He makes an army whenever I cast a spell. And he's pretty much impossible to get rid of without a board wipe. He's very scary, and usually a Grixis control commander, which makes this hand actually pretty nice. I have Paladin class, which will make spells cast on my turn cost more. It's harder to counter things if you have to pay an extra mana. I have an instant speed token, Virtue of Loyalty, and I also have, like, some removal that gives them a token, but it's just nice removal. 3 lands, sort of, in hand. 3 lands, enough in hand. We just gotta wait until they decide to keep their hand, throw it back. Looks like they're keeping. I wish I was going first with this hand, because, like, going first with the Paladin class would be nice. Greetings, Sauron. I am ready to brawl. We're gonna scry. Keeping the card on top, alright. I'm gonna play this Palomine Paladin class. Low Undercity Sewers. I've been considering putting Tithe Taker into this deck, too, as another just tithing effect. They tend to work out well. Ooh, Silumgar's Command. That is both a counterspell and a bunch of other stuff. It can kill planeswalkers. That makes tokens. I wish I had a black market connections. But it's not in white. I'm gonna destroy that. Stroke of Midnight. You get a token. I like them losing the life to it would be good for me if I had a more aggressive hand. I'm doing that so they don't get the mana. They don't get the card draw. Also, technically, the token is an army. Hi, Nazgul. Yeah, and getting tempted by the ring is what happens when their army hits you, but it's also what happens when you play a Nazgul, and that can allow them to discard and draw a new hand. I could save that. I could just play it. I'm just gonna play it. Give me an angel. I can't block their human token because she's tempted by the ring. Nice ring bearer you got there. That is very, very hobbitish. The fact you're attacking with the Nazgul does worry me a little bit. Like, what are you planning? Is it a ward wipe? No, it's Imrith! Desert Doom! Sweet. I could go for Elspeth here. Instead, I'm going to go for Paladin class leveling up. So this becomes a 5/5. And I'm going to hold up my Fateful Absence. If Imrith attacks, she loses her ward 4. I don't actually know the dragons. I know Gnawbones is a girl boss dragon. Because I read her wiki page, because it's funny. That's fair. They're destroying the Paladin class, so I lose my buff. But I'm gonna make you lose. Yeah, Imrith! Who's the girl boss? Old Gnawbones? She, like, wants to work with and be a human. So she manages, like, an actual gang. Like a human gang. Which I find kind of delightful. Is Imrith also a girl boss? Oh, good for her. So I've got a couple of tokens. I've got 6 mana, so I'm 1 away from Elish Norn. That'd be pretty sweet. Ramaz, Virtue of Loyalty, both available to me next turn. Is Elspeth getting removed? Elish Corn. Please don't find that image again. I had photoshopped Corn into both of her hands once. I think it was in like a weird corn-fueled delusionary state. You know how it is. Sometimes you're just like so busy thinking about corn. Delusionary, I don't think is a word, but I like it. I was talking about Ohio or Idaho or something. Yes, I was talking about Idaho on stream, and we were looking up Idaho facts to see if we could find any. Aw. They firmly grasped her. They're down to 9 life, though, and... Dang, that would have been such a good Born to Norn. I could put the 0 ability, but it doesn't quite kill them, does it? It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so it wouldn't be lethal. I think that Bramaz would be fine. Virtue of Loyalty would be fine. And I could also, like, White Sun's Twilight and just, like, make a bunch of tokens. That's cool. You know who else can make a bunch of tokens? My commander. Yeah, you can't sacrifice planeswalkers for this. It's only artifacts or creatures. So, like, I could play Bramaz, kill Sauron there, but that doesn't feel that good to me. Nazgul's going to let them discard their hand and draw 4 more. White Swans with Elspeth is very funny, but only if you have 7 mana. Like, if I had 7 mana, I would have already played Elesh Norn, but 7 mana, White Sun's Twilight gives you lethal mites with Elspeth, because it's 10 toxic damage. Yeah, the fun fact about Idaho is that there's no fun facts about Idaho. Well, there was, this had come up, I think, because I dressed as Carmen Sandiego for Halloween, and my partner Nick, who bears a resemblance to Jason Momoa, dressed up as Duncan Idaho, but as, like, a guy from Idaho drinking Dunkin' Donuts. I feel like they would only be attacking like this if they had a board wipe. Nice cats. Oh, hi, Rusko. That's not a board wipe. Oh, yeah, I got 2 cats because she's a token doubler. That's why Bramaz is in here. I mean, he's also, like, a good aggressive white creature. Gave them 2 blue mana. How dare. Oh, no. Don't seize my thoughts. I was thinking those. I was thinking about Elesh Norn. I was thinking about her holding corn. Yeah, Risco's a lot of things, and I have a lot of mean words to say about him, but he is not a board wipe. Alrighty, let's go ahead and buff up this board. Kaslamo and Kablamo. I think it's lethal. Yeah, the numbers add up. Hello? Do you want to block? I mean, you can block these 2 because they came in on the ground. Yeah, they're roping. Well, everybody, oh, wait, no, they were just thinking deeply. They were thinking, am I dead? Yes, you are dead. They're here. Okay, they didn't take too long. That's fine. Good game, Sauron. Roxan, Starfall Savant, calls down meteorites, which deal 2 damage at a time, and can tap for 2 mana as long as Roxan is in play. I have a nice turn 1, turn 2. I'm going to hope to get a land for turn 3, and it's going to be tough to out-aggro her because how quickly she can ramp, how quickly she removes the creatures in my deck. But maybe I can get some creatures that are big enough that they can stick around even when the rocks start falling. Roxan is such a good Gruul commander. Triggers on enter, triggers on attack, her triggers can be doubled. She's doing a lot. Let's make a token. A wee 1/1. Yeah, what's up? You never seen a 1/1 with lifelink before? What are you gonna play, huh? Llanowar Elf? Yeah, she fully refunds her commander tax if she's in play and, like, sacrifices herself. It's so weird. All right, they didn't play a mana dork, so I'm gonna play this Luminarch Aspirant. I'm gonna buff up this vampire just to gain a little more life. An obliterating bolt on her. So far they haven't ramped, but they have removed. In my attempt to keep going wide, I'll play Adeline. Brimaz also helps me go wide. They're kind of similar, but Adeline triggers on other things attacking, whereas this is just Brimaz attacking or blocking. They settle the wilds. That gets them a land and a 4-cost thing in their hand. I can get 4 mana here. I'm trying to decide between Hangerback, Assembler, and Brimaz. I'm gonna go for Brimaz here. Holding up the Swords of Plowshares, too. Love it. And they take a whole bunch of damage. And I played this pre-combat to get more damage out of Adeline. So they can play Roxan here, but Roxan, she's only killing one thing. And Roxanne is also going to be removed. I've got 1 mana. This doesn't seem like Elspeth needs to come out to play, but if I get a land, I would like to use her 0 ability to just really boost up this damage. All right, nice. Here comes Elspeth. This will not buff up the tokens that are made in combat, but doesn't matter. I don't think so. We got a 9-power Adeline, and her buddies, the tokens in Brimaz, swinging in for lethal. GG. Aclazotz Deepest Betrayal makes you discard, and if you discard a land, they get a bat. And if you discard a non-land, or you get nothing, but if you discard nothing at all, they draw a card. Aclazotz, also big in lifelinking and turns into a land. All good things for them, not for me. I could start with this Invasion of Gobakan to, like, check out their hand, but instead, Pearl Medallion so I can cast lots of spells next turn. Also, Elspeth costs less. Yay, Elspeth costs less. It's a shame I, like, drew this after. Hey, why do you, what's that for? Dark Ritual into Sauron. You know what? Alright. Whatever's on top of their deck must cost so much mana that they just do not want to lose the life. That's so funny to me. Well, now I really want to know what it is. Invasion of Gobakan. Let's see, they have Troll of Khazad-dûm, Invoke Despair, Reckoner Bankbuster, and Liliana of the Veil. I think that Invoke Despair, because it's Elspeth removal, is going to be the one I want to deal with the most. Troll is something I'm considering hitting, though, because they can't discard it if it's not in their hand, and Liliana, hitting this would interrupt their curve the most. So I'm going to hit the Liliana, and then I think play Sanguine Evangelist to go wide. This would make 1 token. This is just 2 separate creatures. They make a vampire. That's cool. I have vampire removal if I need it. Bankbuster cannot be crewed by this. And I'm gonna guess they're gonna Swamp Cycle. I think a full cost Solitude. And they're leaving because I can take out their stuff. I could flip this invasion. I've got options. GG. Satoru the Infiltrator draws you a card when things enter play that weren't cast. Whether that's ninjutsu, reanimation, blinking, Doesn't matter, Satoru will draw you a card. Satoru's also in blue-black colors, which is perfect for ninjas. I kept this hand because it has the, let's say, nut start of Guide of Souls into Ocelot Pride. You do one, you do the other. You gain the life, you make the cat. Ocelot Pride, the cheapest token doubler. I guess Reese is tied. They're both 1-drops. But one of them you have to pay 6 mana. And we get Meow Meow, a cat which gains me more life. Already winning the life race. Yeah, this is a 1-mana card in paper. It's 2 mana in Historic Brawl, though. Oh no. It's Psychic Frog mana. Oh, they played a Ledger Shredder. I do not have a creature I can play. Or a creature I could have enter. So I'll just play this Pearl Medallion. I didn't get a land. If I did, I could make more cats. Meow meow. Yeah, I don't like that you were just holding priority. What was that about? Hey, what was that about? I don't trust like that. Someone has a subtlety, or perhaps Pact of Negation. I think subtlety is a lot more likely in Satoru, since it would also draw you a card, because no mana is spent on having an enter. Gonna bring out Brimaz. Flare of Denial. Ooh, you mean the bird sacrificer? I gained a life, so my Ocelot Pride will trigger. And they're going for the throat, murdering Brimaz. I now have enough to get the buff onto Ocelot Pride, so I can attack in as long as Guide of Souls has the energy to spare. Here's Satoru. I want to start my engines. I guess going for, like, double angels also would have been cool. Maybe that's what I should have done. I was thinking, like, I don't know, Teferi's Protection might be smart. Yes, I would like to pay all of my energy. Or would I like to foretell? I think usually you don't really need to foretell in this deck. Yeah, I'm gonna hold up Teferi's Protection. If they have a board wipe, which there are some 3-mana board wipes, like Toxic Deluge, this will help protect me. Even something like Cry of the Carnarium would take out almost all of my stuff. There's a lot of things that will give -2/-2 or more at the amount of mana they have. Somebody in chat to talk about that. Subtlety will be holding priority even if somebody casts a non-creature, because it's a creature itself. As long as you have priority, it can be flashed out. Elspeth? Wash away. Works for me. I will tack in with the Ocelot Pride. Just the Ocelot Pride. Oh yeah, they can't play Cry to Carnarium because it's 1 black. They're going for Supernatural Stamina. That will give this +2/+0, and not indestructible, but it'll bring it back if it dies. But it's not dying because they connived away an on-land, so it got +1/+1. R.I.P. Tiny Cat. I actually thought about attacking with the Hangerback Walker instead to be like, yeah, it'll die, a creature will enter, and then I'll get more of those creatures. Hello, Grim Hireling. Gonna take out my Guide of Souls? It seems not. That's a sorcery speed only ability. I'm very fine with my Guide of Souls dying here. Ooh, they have Flare of Denial. Somebody called it before. But I just want my speed up. Vroom, vroom. Vroom, vroom. Oh, somebody says beep, beep. Beep, beep. Flare of Denial, they can either cast for free at the cost of a sacrifice or just counter a spell. They went for the sack. They're reanimating Guide of Souls. Hey, wait a minute. Only I'm allowed to gain life. They swing in. I'm not blocking. Oh. Somebody's asking, did the speed up graphic break? Yeah, it's only showing one arrow filled in. That's weird. That's weird. All right. They made a bird! And I still have 4 mana up from Grim Hireling. More birds! Birds are illegal, you know. That is odd. No, my Thop. My cats! Grow! Keep swinging. Dang, alright. Are you gonna let my speed get up to max? Nice. I'm putting on Teferi's Protectioning. So my speed is maximum, but I don't currently have any artifact creatures here. Oh, they have an artifact creature. That draws them a card with Satoru, because no mana was spent on it. It's a 0 mana card. Ooh, I love Chthonian Nightmare. Lets them sacrifice things to reanimate. Oh, also they have extra energy! They could bring back anything. I mean, actually, they could bring back anything anyway, but they could bring back even more anythings. Hi, what are you doing? You gonna bounce my stuff? I don't think so! Watch them just, like, counter this. But yeah, I think the speed up graphic did break. So now they can't deal damage. So they will not get a trigger off Grim Hireling. They can still attack, put counters on stuff with Guide of Souls. Okay. Do you want to use that Chthonian Nightmare some more? It's fun. It draws you cards. Because he's not once per turn. Mondrak. You could just keep, like, looping that. And I will foretell a spell. Couldn't tell you what it is. It's a mystery. I would only be able to cast it for X equals 2, but with Mondrak, that's a lot of angels. Is the drag on or drag off? No drag ons today. They're gonna time warp. I wonder why they didn't swing into Satoru. Maybe they forgot that he's menacing. Can you choose to pay 0 energy with Nightmare to get Ornithopter back? Yeah, X can be 0. It doesn't say it can't be. You just have to pay 2 mana for, you know, the Chthonian Nightmare. Ooh, Snapcaster. Time warp? And they do it again. Curse you, loopable extra turns. This time it does get exiled, but still doesn't put me in a great spot there. And they play the Chthonian Nightmare. And I do think they're going to bring back the Aether Channeler and bounce Mondrak or my mana. Or Una's Blackguard. That will make me discard because they do have a creature with a +1/+1 counter on it dealing combat damage to a player. It's even a rogue. Very thematic because she's part of like the fairy rogues archetype. Grim Servant. Tutors into their hand. That's a cool card. Into the Floodmaw. Mondrak in hand. They can beef and grief and schmeef. It's never just one more turn. Of course they're taking 2 extra turns in a row. There goes the board wipe. They swing in, and there goes the Mondrak. They did need to grief. Right, because they get more counters anyway. Spike, thank you for the sub. I'll name human. And I could do Elspeth, but I think it's got to be Startime Unleashed here. And I have enough to do X equals 3 with the Pearl Medallion discount. See if it resolves. It does. And that's a lot of angels. They also actually have angels. They only have 1 fewer angel than me, because that's an angel and that's an angel. Apparently there's stonks in the store. Ooh, I'll have to go check after the game. Thieving Skydiver, they can take Hangerback, Pearl Medallion, or Heraldic Banner, but they did X equals 2, so it's going to be the Medallion. To reduce the cost of their white spells. What white spells? You don't have white spells. I know you don't have white spells. I'll go for the Hireling, the Blackguard, and the Guide of Souls. They get their tokens. They can reanimate whatever creature they'd like because Chthonian Nightmare has plenty of energy to work with. They're sacrificing the Grim Servant to grab Aether Channeler. They can bounce one of the angels. And they have enough mana if they'd like to loop that again, even going for the tutor off the Grim Servant. Nice. I'm at 3 life. So close to death. Do you have some sort of corruption you could take me out with? Oh, it's a discounted draft token in the store? Okay, that's cool. They have a mana drain, so I cannot resolve a spell unless it's a human. Because I do have a Cavern of Souls naming human. And they unearth this Aether Channeler, bringing it back and bouncing my remaining token. No tokens left. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Well, that's gonna be good game. I'll make a human token. Yippee! Human token! Now all they gotta do is swing. I'm empty-handed. I'm out of all the options. And a fine match. GG, Satoru, the Infiltrator. Tasigur, the Golden Fang. Can exile parts of your graveyard to come out for cheap. Can also put things in your graveyard, bring them back, and is sometimes used to pod into things like Toxtrol, and other times there to just provide value while you do either other graveyard things, or, in some cases, just play Sultai value. Because Sultai has Emergent Ultimatum and similar cards, which are very good. You like banana. Look, he have banana? That are on the verge of having black mana. But they don't have it yet. Oh, now they do. Arcane Signet. Are you gonna Thoughtseize me? Sort of. They're gonna grief me. They exiled Dismember from their hand. And if you could drop anything from this hand, what would it be? Could be a Reanimate that's still in their hand. Yeah, for double grief. Yep, dropping my Signet. Cool. So now my, the play I could do is holding up Get Lost, but I drew this Flowering of the White Tree, so I'm going to try to land it. Nice. And now they tutor, looking at the top third of their library and picking out any card. Wonder what they got. Ew, Tamio.
I read nearly the entire library.
Actually, that's gonna be a 1/1 token. Very good. Listen, I don't like this Tamio. She deserves to be removed. Also, Skyclave Apparition, it can hit Arcane Signet. If they brought back Grief, it could hit that, but it can't hit Tasigur. Put a Satyr Wayfinder into the graveyard. What, you don't want to use it to mill? They could cast Tasigur for 2 mana here. Or like 4 mana and only have to exile 2 things. But I have the Get Lost ready to, like, I don't know, smack them down if I need to. And they know I have that. Oh, hey, Adeline. Boop. And now you have maps. Maps can help you fill the graveyard because they let you explore. I didn't get a land, though. I would have loved to get a land so I could also play Dollmaker's Shop and start spitting out more tokens. Tokens, tokens, card draw, tokens. Adeline, I need you to build up this board. Adeline also protects herself a little bit because of the Flowering of the White Tree giving ward. We swing in and get an additional attacking creature. Flowering of the White Tree is such a good anthem. Really just kind of puts all other anthems to shame. Noxious Revival. They want to tutor again. Can't say I'm a big fan of that. They look at the top third of their library again. And they have 5 mana right now. They could dig for a board wipe. They could look for things along the line of, like, try to win the game all at once, extra turns. There's a lot of different things they could go for. Nice. I got a 4th land here, and they're conceding. I think they realized that I have lethal. If I play a creature here, I think Adeline goes to 6. Then when she attacks, goes to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I could get 2 creatures out with the Sanguine Evangelist, yeah, that would have been lethal. That would have been exactly 13 damage. GG. Liliana of the Dark Realms. This Liliana is going to be fetching swamps, making swamps tap for more mana, and buffing or killing creatures. I have something on turn 1 that can help protect me. I have Dedicated Dollmaker, which I guess I can make tokens of things. Rabble Rousing. This is not really what I would want in an opening hand because I don't quite have, like, aggro. And I'm going to need some aggro so I have ways to remove Liliana or direct Planeswalker removal. I guess this is a little better. I have a turn 1 creature this time. Probably will die. I have Teferi's Protection, which can prevent some forms of interaction. And hopefully I find some more pieces. Yeah, like Toby. Some more attackers. Somebody is lamenting that my opponent is not running the Squirrel Liliana. The Squilliana. Yeah, that is a shame. That's a much cuter version of the card. Just like how I have the Mousebeth. Oh, I'm getting griefed. That's a full cost grief, too. They did not evoke it. So I think they might go for Toby. I'm going to play Bossry here. Bossry, Man Who Make Cat. This is a very strange card because he was from Aetherdrift. He doesn't have Exhaust, he has Exert, and he makes life-linking cat tokens and has an ability to protect cats. I think it's because Zahur, the other zombie guy, is a cat. I don't think that the Teferi's Protection is going to buy me turns since we're a little bit behind here. Well, he's dead now. They consumed him or corrupted him. I'm being duressed! Hello. I'm being forced to discard. And here comes Liliana. So Liliana, do you find a swamp? Probably. Nice swamp.
Witness my power.
It's a Gate of the Black Dragon. Technically a swamp. My hand is empty, so they hit me. Did get a land, though, and that's pretty helpful to me. I'm going to use the 0 ability. Give these both flying. So I can take out Liliana and Davriel. Now, I'm not going to be able to protect against an attack from Grief, but that's okay. I could have also used the -3 to try to destroy the Grief. I think that this is a little bit better, though, since it just, like, takes out 2 Planeswalkers. I don't have to think about it as much. And the Grief shouldn't be able to kill Elspeth on its own here. Okay, so they're using Liliana to kill Boromir. I'm going to sacrifice Boromir. I'm tempted by the ring. This is now a legendary vampire token. Maria's Call. Don't quite have the mana for that. And they have not used the Seek ability on this card. So I'm going to bop it. And just turn it into a regular swamp. It's not a vampire token, it's the vampire token. Yes, this is the most important vampire token anyone will ever have. And I'm going to just play this as a land. Leaving all of these back because single target removal is kind of mono black's bread and butter. And I want to be able to defend the Elspeth. Bandit's Talent, I have nothing to discard. See, now I'm really happy I played this, because this person is making me discard. They're a mono black deck. Oh, but now they're going to get damage and then card draw. Yeah, that checks out. Cavern of Souls, I'll probably play that too, because we know they like making us discard. I will make 2 little guys. Gonna swing in with all of these. You get a free block on one of them. And I'll play this just so I'm more able to play my spells. I don't feel like I need to hold up like, oh, I have something. Yeah, I have something. It's a Danto. It's 1 or fewer on this too, so it's like, yeah, you're gonna get the card even if I held that in hand. Hello, Professor Onyx. Would you like to make me sacrifice my biggest, scariest creature, my vampire? No, they're gonna draw cards. This is the Magecraft Onyx. Liliana, whatever. She can kill things and she can drain you when you cast instants and sorceries, or copy them. Oh, I'm being asked, am I running more token doublers? I'm just running Mondrak, because she already is both a token producer and a token doubler. Okay, smart. So they're hitting that in response, so I don't get 2 tokens, I just get 1. Is Chain of Smog in Arena? No, you don't have the infinite combo with her. I could destroy Bandit's Talent. but I want to do this. And I'm going to take out the grief just so I don't have to worry about it anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Right at Onyx.
So much for a new start.
It was causing me grief by being a blocker. And like I could have put the counters on things. But then I can't attack with everything. I was even thinking about putting in proliferate effects because of how good this Elspeth is at putting counters on things. She really does do it all. She's the payoff, she's the enabler, and she's removal. Which is why you could build this deck actually as a control deck, running lots of board wipes, knowing you can rebuild the board with Elspeth, because there's nothing stopping you. Which is frustrating. Hi, Sholdred. Sholdred who hurts me. I draw. Ooh, a Caretaker's Talent. Hey, do you want to see me draw again? Because I'm gonna. I'm going to copy a Vampire token, which is actually 2. I'll draw a card. Not going to use a Danto this turn. Instead, going to use Loran to bop the Bandit's Talent. I don't know if I had lethal if I had gone for the buff on Caretaker's Talent. Somebody's probably going to call out that I did, because I think I did have lethal off that. Hi guys, welcome to twitch.tv/Amazonian or youtube.com/Amazonian, where I don't do the math and I miss lethal. It's like a hobby at this point, missing lethal. Yay, maths for blockers. You wouldn't draw a card, would you? They might. Ooh, Flowering of the White Tree for more buffins. Do like more buffins. I could replay Elspeth. I kind of like starting with the card draw here, using a Danto. Make my number go up. Oh, they're destroying it. Okay, well, I'll make my number go up in a different fashion. This fashion. Now I have a 5/4 legendary lifelinker. It has Ward 1. Thanks, Flowering of the White Tree. Got him down to 3. Liliana's back. There are 10 swamps in play. Are you going to bring it up to 11? I guess they already played it this turn. Or are you going to use Liliana as one-off removal? It looks like they're just using her as one-off removal. Sholdred is powerful enough to hold the line. She's gaining them life, draining me life. I think that's entirely fair. Oh, look at that! Sholdred removal. Out of the way! Enjoy your maps. I hope they help you find your way. She's so hard to attack through. Sholdred? Is somebody asking why do you need so many counter effects? Oh, anti-counter effects? Brawl is an extremely interactive format. And 1-for-1 removal, especially proactive removal like counter spells, is pretty much always going to benefit the person casting counter spells. And so having ways to stop those counter spells, even if they're not, you know, going to win you every contest there, that's worth it. Somehow Sheldred returned. Curse you, Sheldred! We know they have a Cabal Stronghold in hand. Oh, and the most common creature type in my deck is human. There's a lot of humans that make tokens.
My blade descends. Your reckoning has come.
Am I letting Elspeth die here? Yes. Am I also getting rid of the Sheldred? Yes. They could play the Liliana to kill the 2/2 token. That is how they kill Elspeth here. Or they could just draw like a Bitter Triumph or something like that. Does white have any options beyond the Abolisher effect? Oh, because some people had been watching a game where I played Elspeth and she got countered like 4 times. And the answer is I have 2 Abolisher effects in this deck. I also have Paladin class, which taxes counter spells. It doesn't make them unusable, but it does tax them. You can also put Tithe Taker in, who has an afterlife effect. They've played the One Ring, they have protection. And I'm gonna refill the board as best I can with this Ocelot Pride, Blade Splicer, her little buddy, and this. Yeah, see, I'm glad I got rid of that. Yeah, I have Voice of Victory, which is a new Abolisher type effect. It doesn't stop your opponent from activating abilities on your turn, but it does stop your opponent from casting spells on your turn, which is enough to stop most counter spells on, say, your commander. And it also goes super wide.
The thing about zombies is their adoring obedience.
So they're making a dummy thick murderous rider so they can completely stabilize here. Who's worried about the One Ring when you got the big thing? I'm trying to decide if I want to make a token or block at all. I'll block with the Blade Splicer. Hey, I was just talking about you, Paladin class. Palomine. Paladine. I could go for making another token, which would get doubled, but I want this instead, because I want to gain a ton of life. Yeah! Get burdened! I have a feeling they're going to kill Ocelot Pride. It's a token doubler of a sort. Remember when I had lethal and I didn't take it because I didn't see it until after I pressed spacebar and played Loran? Yeah, I remember.
Address me as queen.
No, they're going for Big Rider again. They also have a full hand, by the way. Thanks, One Ring. How much does Liliana cost? 16 mana? Listen, they're doing fine. I already used my demolition field. They're not gonna die to One Ring. They got 13 things on this. Oh, you bringing back Sheldred again? Thank goodness they already used the One Ring. They probably drew that off the one ring this turn. They might have more card draw, though. They still do have 5 mana? 5 mana. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna take it. I think 1 land and I can play Elspeth, put the counters, swing in. Not a land, but it's pretty awesome. Creature of my choice. Cat. Give this a stroke. Oh, wait. I gotta do this. Oh no, I'm one short of that. Ah, that's fine. That's 9 total creatures, not 10. We'll have more. Trust me. I will have more at the end of this turn. Oh boy, will I ever. Ocelot Pride. Make me an army. That's a couple of humans. Just a few. They're about to gain a lot of life back, though, because Shoulder does shoulder things. They've board wiped twice, I think? No, maybe just once, the Toxic Deluge. Nice. Life gain. Tendrils of Corruption. Used on Kitty Cat. Yeah, Shouldered with the One Ring is one of many things with Shouldered that is not okay. Once again, land would be nice. And I very much have enough for rabble-rousing. So I can kill either Shouldered or Murderous Rider here. So how many tokens do I have? I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're each hitting for at least 3. One of them for a lot more. 12 times 3 is 36. Which is not going to be lethal if they Murderous Rider here. I'm trying to think of if I do get the land and I get the that. Do I kill the Murderous Rider here? Nope, let it go through again. Because if I have flying on the double striker, part of the cards. We also have Stroke of Midnight, so they have no blocker. This is just me going for maximum smackitude, because we have the removal here. Swing in. They can't block. That thing's going to be dealing like 40 on its own. It's lethal. Perfect. I missed lethal. I got there, though. It just took me another 10 turns or so. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Elspeth kicked so much butt in the queue. She dealt with, well, aggro decks. She dealt with control decks. She's very good because she's leaning into this, like, all-encompassing strategy of just the commander is great and you don't even need to have her in play. You're able to just, like, win games through mono-white aggro. You can win games by Elspeth rebuilding the board. I'd say where she struggles the most is against tempo. So I tried to include some tempo games in this video to show, like, that she does struggle a bit if things get interrupted. But she's resilient against board wipes. She's resilient against some counter spells. And, well, oh my gosh, mono white can just hit so hard. You saw those games against Roxan? Yeah, we rocked against Roxan because we can just deal lethal damage in a matter of turns. You get the Elspeth down, you win the game. She's able to give flying both defensively and offensively, so either you're ending the game by attacking your opponent or just building up your board and letting their flyers sit there. The fact that 0 is until your opponent's next turn is nuts. I would even say that the cards I have in here, like Moonshaker Cavalry, don't need to be in here because we're already doing so much, though I do think this is like a cool white hoof go wide finisher, so I'm keeping it in my version of the deck. If you're looking for my deck list, you can find it in the description of the video. And I will say the #1 most fun card in this deck, because it deserves a shout out, is Dedicated Doll Maker, which turns any of your cards into a token, so you get their enter the battlefields again, and maybe even double them with Mondrak and Elspeth in play. It's rad. So don't forget that card if you're brewing this deck. If you'd like to suggest a commander, especially one from Dragonstorm, please let me know in the comments. And tell me what your favorite token is. Maybe it's a 1/1 human. I'm partial to Rachel myself. Maybe it's a cat. I like the cats with lifelink. Bostry, you make a good kitty cat. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.